Anyway, how y'all doing? It's time for a beer review, and I'm not gonna, waste a whole bunch of time with the interlude and trying to, explain things. I'm gonna go ahead and get right into this beer review because we got a long way to go and a short time to get there. See what I did? We're drinking the Banquet beer. We're drinking Coors. We're drinking the beer that Smokey and Snowman had to go all the way to Texarkana, Texas, bring back to Atlanta for a big old party. Yeah, we're talking about the beer. That's good enough. We're talking about the beer that influenced Smokey and the Bandit. Now, go ahead and explain. As you can look at the beer, decent little head, nothing crazy, and a pretty pale color, generic beer look. Back in the day, up until I think early 90s, like till 91, 92, or maybe 90, this beer wasn't available nationwide, although now Coors, mainly Coors Light, is looked at as one of the big three of the American beer industry. For a while, you couldn't get this, east of the Mississippi. But I'm glad you can now. I'm a little biased towards this one. I know I mentioned the Bush review. I'm a little biased towards Bush. But back in the day, and when I say back in the day, like I'm talking about like a year or two ago, I know I sound like an old man, like, damn, years ago. No, a couple years ago, Coors Banquet was my go-to. And I'm going to try to explain to you why. Or at least see if it's still my go-to. Hell, taste can change. Let's take a whiff. You get a sourness. And it's weird. It's like a sour kind of corn. It's not bad. It's not off-putting. It's just different. And that's mainly it. You don't get a whole lot with the smell. So might as well go ahead and see how this old boy tastes. And that sounded kind of gay. Just saying. Anyway, let's see how this beer tastes. That sounds a little better. You get a wow. Holy shit. Okay, I'm excusing my language, but damn. And I mean this in a good way. I had a 6-pack of Tall Boys, and then I had like a 12-pack the other week, and I drank it. And I was like, wow, this is just really watery. But this can, I don't know if this is one can I opened, but wow, that is corny. And I like corn in my beer. A lot of people are like adjunct. Ugh. I don't mind it. And sometimes I like a sweet corniness. And that was sweet and that was corny. It wasn't sickly sweet. It ain't sticking in my mouth, but it was pleasantly sweet. I don't know, maybe I'm having a stroke right now, but this is honestly reminding me a tad bit of Miller Genuine Draft. You get almost like a honey nut cereal finish. This is weird. I'm not complaining about it though. This is very solid. But yeah, you get a hint of you get the cereal grain, definitely. A little bit of malt and mostly clean water. The hops done took a trip back to Colorado. They ain't around, all right? There's no hop finish, no hop bite. Now, there's, of course, hops in it to balance the beer out, but it's not really detectable on the palate. Yeah, there was a reason I drank this beer a lot. And I might start introducing Coors back into my drinking portfolio or into my refrigerator. This is super solid, and already I can tell you this is gonna be a quick review. I'm about to chug this thing down like crazy. This is delicious, and it's cheap American beer ain't for everybody, but I'm not gonna lie, it's for me. I like my craft beer, I like my imports, but sometimes there's an 18-wheeler coming by, but sometimes I just want to drink a beer. It's like, hell, dude, throw me a beer. As long as it ain't like Keystone Ice, I don't give a damn. And this is one of those. Wow, I know some people are looking like, why you get so giddy over Coors Banquet? But hot damn, this is a delicious beer. Wow. It's light, yes. Is it a little bit watery? Yeah, it's a little bit watery. Does it taste good though? Yeah, it tastes very good. This is a beer you can chug down, you know, and I'm about to have a burp in a minute. I feel it coming up. Oh, no, not quite yet. Anyway, there'll probably be a burp before this video ends. Yes, it's watery. It's a little bit sweet. It's kind of basic, but when it comes down to it, you know, if you're watching a ball game or watching a race, I know there it is, and there it is again, and there it is for a third time, but fourth time. But I know I mentioned the whole. If I'm watching a ball game, if I'm watching a race, I say that a lot. But a lot of American beers are made for that. It's made for drink it, not think it. Although I'm thinking a tad bit about this, and I'm thinking that I really, really, really enjoy this. Yeah, it's like corny water. Just water with a decent bit of corn. I mentioned on the Bush review that was like the smell was water with just a hint of corn. This is more corny, but unlike a bad joke, I'm enjoying it. This is really good. I'm gonna go ahead and say it for the price, for the category, for the style, for whatever way you can call it. 8 out of 10. And I know I gave Bitburger, I just reviewed that a second ago, I gave that an 8 out of 10 as well. That's a different 8 out of 10. That's a Euro Lager, $10.99, a 6-pack 8 out of 10. This is an old man sitting on the front porch, bought a crap ton of beer, gonna sit out there. It's a little bit warm outside, gonna, listen to the radio and drink beer and just sit around all day. 8 out of 10. This is there's different ratings. An 8 out of 10 on one video means something a little different on my other video, just because you got to take in the style and the price. Those are the two main things that really concern me when it comes to how I'm going to rate my beers. Is, first of all, you got to compare it to other beers of the style, and then if it's cheaper, you got to give it brownie points. At least to me, you got to give it some brownie points for, yes, it's cheaper, but it's still a good product. If it's a better value, I'm going to give it a better rating. And Coors is a pretty good value. It's, it's not the cheapest beer around. You can get Busch, Milwaukee's Best, Old Milwaukee, Miller High Life, PBR for cheaper. But maybe it's a bias. Maybe there's a little soft spot in my heart for Coors. This is a hell of a beer. I'm going ahead and going 8 out of 10. Like, rate, subscribe if you care to. Kill your local pedophile. Actually, before you kill your local pedophile, don't forget to do that though. But before you kill a local pedophile, make sure to spade and neuter your animals. And once you're done with that, once you have some free time on your hands, then you kill your local pedophile. And if you do that, I guarantee you can have a good day and a pleasant tomorrow. I can't remember the SNL skit. Have a good night and a pleasant tomorrow. There we go.